What's going on, guys? I'm just doing a recap on how I made a little bit over, $9,000 across three accounts. And I basically passed three zero evals. But I'm just going to give like a little recap on what I saw today and what I was looking for. So going into pre-market, we had the entirety of like this new range that we were playing in basically on the 1 hour. So we came down, we created a low. We basically like yesterday we were chopping around up and down, up and down. Then once it came a little bit before pre-market today, in my opinion, and the reason I think this happened was because there's CPI tomorrow, and I just believe all we did was engineer liquidity for CPI. I could be completely wrong, and CPI could dump us tomorrow, but I really think these relative equal highs are going to be taken out tomorrow for CPI, which is why I think we didn't actually sweep this high. All we did was basically just tap in to a 4-hour order block, and that's all we needed to do. And even on the daily, that's the same thing we did. And on the hourly, all we did was just kind of hit this like hourly rejection block. But I don't even count that because we are like way through it. But we did kind of tap back into the hourly for value gap. And then if you go all the way down to like the 5 minute, let's go to the 1 minute actually, so you guys can see like how precise this actually is. We'll go over here and like a good level, I guess, could have just been this like CSD right here. So let's see, 29,495 is what we're looking at. So let's see what happened at 29,495. 29,495 is like right near the top. You're in like 13 points of drawdown. But in my opinion, obviously this happened really early. This happened at like 8 in the morning. So I either anticipated this high to be swept out with market open, or us just to dump off market rip after already closing below lows. Because if you go on the 5 minute with this engineered liquidity, we created a market structure shift fair value gap, basically ICT 2022 model. We closed below lows very aggressively right here, and this is your market structure shift, and that made a 5 minute fair value gap. And honestly, this was a clean trade, even like pre-market to take shorts, but closing below lows is very important, which is why I was looking towards this even on the 15 minute. So there's an ICT 2022 setup on the 5 minute and the 15 minute, hence why I was looking for shorts. Now we go into market open, and market open, honestly, I expected a little bit more of manipulation. I had a couple levels for shorts. I was looking at this high right here to be swept out right here. And I was also looking for possibly this high to be swept, or I was looking for like the total high of the range to be swept, which is right here. So I had these three levels I was looking at, basically, and this was my most, like my favorite one that I had was 25,450 because it was paired with a 1 minute fair value gap and also a 5 minute order block right here. But we actually ended up never coming up here, so this is completely irrelevant. And all we did was market opened, and we played around in this tiny 1 minute paired with it's a 5 minute, a 1 minute, and also a 5 minute order block. So that's why it held so well. But if you close this, you go to the 5 minute, you see, what is it? Okay, it is a 5 minute order block as well. If you want to get more precise, you can draw out the 5 minute fair value gap and see how the one candlestick when market opened actually got up into the 5 minute fair value gap. So you can see here, the 931 candlestick went all the way up there. It basically, the market was honestly just giving us a lot of entries. You could have entered at 930, you could have entered at 931, you could have entered at 932, and I entered at 933. Once we went back up into this, I was like, okay, the market's going to give me one more entry, and all I did, a simple trade, I took it down to my long level, which was back down in discount of the range, somewhere around here, and I smacked about like a, 100-point trade. I wanted about 2 point, I wanted about like 2 points of drawdown, which was very, very clean. And like, if you guys see my TikTok video, I passed it a matter of like literally 4 minutes. So it was a very, very clean trade. Everyone who was on the Discord Premium live that was watching me live trade took the same trade for the most part. But yeah, overall, it was a super clean day, in my opinion, for shorts. And in my opinion, tomorrow CPI is going to be very bullish. So we'll see what happens. But again, the Discord, my mentorship is in my bio. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. I will see you guys tomorrow.